But here's the people that are hanging out with us this morning. By the way, if you're joining us on air, it's Maria from the Fox 11 Newsroom here in Los Angeles. We've got Mayim Bialik. Very familiar face, I know, because I remember you, gosh, when you were a little girl.
Yes.
On that hit show Blossom, as well as the movie Beaches. But plus us, would you? And also comment. That way we can track who's also watching on air. I'm going to open up the discussion now with the guys here in the Hangout. There's everyone here from the UK. We've got Trev from Yorkshire. We've got Matt from Minot, North Dakota.
Okay.
Kim's from St. Louis, Missouri. Cam
Hello.
from Calgary, Canada.
Hi.
And Vaughn's in Wilmington, North Carolina. Elaine. Oh, you're going to hate me, I forgot.
I know, here we go again. Because we just met, like, right, Maria? Ottawa.
Yeah.
Ottawa, Canada.
And Daniel's from Boston.
Hey.
And Damon, I didn't ask you where you are in your beautiful kitchen.
I'm in New Jersey.
New Jersey,
Yeah,
that's
nice
right.
kitchen.
So we've got everybody hanging from everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. And some of them are very familiar with who you are, so I'm going to open it up to the Hangout here. And first of all, congratulations
Thank you.
on Big Bang. Everyone
Thank you.
is in love with that show, and they all know your character.
Thank you.
She's kind of
She's
hello.
She's excited. She's bi-curious, yes.
But not only that, but you're here to talk about your book as well. So we'll get into that. But
Okay.
But first, if anyone has any questions, first off, I can open it up to the Hangout if you want. Kim, do you have any questions?
Yes, I am a big-time fan of Blossom. Just letting you know that first off. And in looking at where you were when you did Blossom and where you are now, what would you say is the biggest change that you've made in your own person as an actress to prepare for the difference?
Gosh, you know, I think it's the difference between like being a teenage actor and being an adult actor. And so there's so much about my life that looks so different when I go to work. So I used to have my mom with me all the time, and now I'm by myself. And honestly, it's a huge shift. I wasn't sure if I'd get a chance to be an adult actor. You know, Blossom ended when I was 19, and I wasn't planning at that point on going back. So it's been a real surprise, but a lot of times I still feel like a kid. Like I need to have my mom with me, but I know that I don't.
Did you know at that time, like, I'm just going to take a little break and maybe I'll come back? Or
I really didn't know.
No?
I really didn't know. I knew I wanted to study science, and, you know, in 1994 it wasn't that popular to be cast in a movie when you were on a family sitcom, so it was considered good to kind of go away from the industry a little bit and let them forget you as that
By
sitcom
the way,
actress.
she wanted to go back to school and she's got her Ph.D. in neuroscience.
I was there 12 years, yes.
That's not like a little bit.
Woo!
Okay. Sure.
We will quiz you. Doctor
Yes.
Dr. Bialik.
Mayim, can I ask you a question? So you are one of the very few, the other actress that I know is David Duchovny. I think he got a Ph.D. too. So what's it like being a well-known actress and then going all the way? I mean, you can get more educated than getting a doctorate. What is it that feel like for you when you're going to school in campus and stuff
Oh, okay, hang on. Let me jump right back in. Uh-oh, we're off.
like that?
Oh, wait a
We
minute.
can see you.
No, you're fine, Maria.
You're fine.
This is
You're fine.
kind of
Maria.
weird.
There, everybody's coming back.
Kind of weird. What happened there? Oh, on our screen, we're kind
We're
of
not
half
fine.
frozen, huh? Okay, hang
No,
on.
you look,
one
you're
second.
fine.
You look fine.
Yeah, you're great.
Okay.
You look
Oh, there
fine.
we are. Okay, all right, we're going to trust you.
I heard most of the part of that question, and then it kind of got fuzzy for a second.
I took it as like, how does it feel to be so much smarter than
well,
everyone?
no. I think, you know, I basically walked off people's television sets and onto a campus, and it's a very different set of muscles that you exercise, especially in the academic arena. You know, you're valued for your brain and kind of what you put out, and you can't get by on smiling. So it's a different set of challenges for sure. I hope that answers that.
Yeah. Do you still keep on the research, like on the side, acting, and then?
No. Once you get a PhD, if you don't go straight to a postdoc or a professorship, you kind of lose some of your credibility as a PhD. But I do teach neuroscience. Since I got my doctorate, I teach in our homeschool community. I teach junior high and high school. I design a neuroscience curriculum, so I still get to keep up teaching.
I thought I saw you
Amazing.
teaching at UCLA.
No, you can't teach. Again, like once you leave, you don't get to come back just for kicks.
Okay. You always have that in your back pocket.
No, you got to stay in it to get a position like that.
Gotcha.
That's so
Elaine,
cool.
go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I had actually followed your career. My daughter watched you on Blossom, and I knew you'd gone to school. I thought that was really incredible. Is your schooling sort of an odd nod as to why you took Big Bang?
So actually, sort of the other way around. When I was cast as Amy Farrah Fowler, we didn't know what her profession was.
Oh.
So the episode I first appeared in, all we knew is that she was set up with Sheldon and they were at this coffee shop. But when they brought me back in season 4, Bill Prady, our creator executive producer, said we might as well make her what Mayim is, because then she can fix things when they're wrong. So.
Is that where the or is that where the similarity ends? Or is
There's a lot of similarities. I mean,
Oh, yeah?
I base Amy Farrah Fowler mainly on Jim Parsons' character Sheldon, but also on you know, a lot of professors and a lot of people that I knew in grad school for sure.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
And I must say, you've come a long way since your makeover.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw that. I was, how was he going through a TLC?
I was just going to say,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
you know,
Okay. Kim, we'll come back to you. Daniel, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask how it was going right in the direction I was. You one of the few people I can actually ask, how was it actually going in that 360 carousel?
It's pretty scary. The truth is, I did not own a full-length mirror at the time that we did What Not to Wear. I actually have not owned a full-length mirror until my husband. No. I'm just saying I'm not a full-length mirror person. So that especially, the 360 was especially surprising. But we did finally get a full-length mirror in our house about 4 months ago. Our dresser finally broke, and my husband got a new one from IKEA, and he got a mirror. It's the only full-length mirror that I've ever owned as an adult. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
If I could continue on that, had you been a fan of that, and that's what allowed you to say, sure, yeah, I'll do this? Or?
No, I had never seen it. I don't really watch television, so I had never seen it before. But it sounded like actually a really interesting opportunity, and obviously I think it was really helpful. It did teach me a lot of things that I had not been aware of, also about the emphasis in the industry.
Speaking of which, by the way, you have a book.
I do, yes.
I'm sorry, it's called
Beyond the Sling.
Beyond the Sling. Do you let your kids watch TV? Do you let them watch what you do at all?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No, they don't really even understand. I think they know that people come up to me and stuff. But no, part of our I guess parenting philosophy is to try and go a little bit back to basics, a little bit lower on the technology scale for the boys.
A little bit.
Yeah, but yes.
Yeah. Okay, we have time for one more question, you guys. Who's got the last one?
I have a question.
Yes, Fawn.
I noticed from what I've been reading that you are you observe conservative Judaism. How do you feel that interacts with your established choice of being an entertainer? That's
a great question. So I was raised not very observant. I'm actually more towards, like, I guess what's called modern orthodoxy. But, you know, that's something that when I went to college, I sort of became more interested in kind of traditional learning and in philosophy. And, you know, my interest in more observance happened away from the industry. And so once you come back, it is hard. One of the things is I've talked publicly, and I talked on What Not to Wear. I don't wear pants. And actually my preference is to cover, you know, usually I wear things to the knee, and I often wear things that, you know, come to the elbow and stuff. So it's hard. I mean, the industry really emphasizes external, and there's a lot of emphasis on that. Right. But I've found a way. I finally found this amazing stylist who totally gets it, and she knows I don't want to wear strapless and I won't wear skinny jeans, but she finds stuff that's appropriate and looks competitive and hip. And so it's actually been really an interesting journey to be an observant Jew trying to keep in the industry and be hip that way.
That's very interesting.
I'm sorry, just to add just a little bit more to that. Do you find that do you pay attention a little bit more to the scripts that you get?
That's right. So it really hasn't come up tremendously yet. On Big Bang Theory, my character is pretty modest, and it's actually been pretty easy. But I don't think many people want to see me naked anyway in a movie, so it probably won't be an issue.
So funny. You are so cute. Okay, you guys, listen, thanks so much for hanging out.
Shot.
Oh, picture.
Yeah,
Picture.
definitely
Screenshot.
We like to take a little photo.
Get a nice picture.
Yeah.
Yay. So Big Bang Theory on
CBS, and Beyond the Sling is on Amazon.com and
That's
every other
right.
bookstore on the planet.